Hello, hello, greetings, everybody. Wowie zowie, here we go. I got a wonderful packed session for you. We're going to be talking all about reels, 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 reels. Wonderful to see you all here. Thanks for tuning in. I got a lot of great information for you. I've got a slide deck. I'm going to do some demos. I got a whole bunch of ideas for how you can capitalize on reels, whether Facebook or Instagram. It's pretty much the same. And I've even pulled a few slides out of my deck from the talk I just gave on Tuesday at Social Media Marketing World right here in downtown San Diego at the convention center with approximately 2,000 people. Wowzers. That was the biggest crowd for me in a couple of years, even though, I'm a seasoned speaker, having spoken all over the world and the country for 15 plus years as a Facebook expert and other topics before that. So anyway, yeah, what a rush, what an experience. So here we are back on virtual, and it's great to be streaming here with you. So let me do this. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you the deck that I have prepared. And then we will also look at my browser. We're going to do some real-time demo, which is always fun. So welcome in. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Sporting the green. Why not? I am Scottish. I know some people think I might be Irish with my accent, but I'm Scottish, Canadian, Californian, whole mixture. Let me see what I want to do. Share my PowerPoint. There it goes. So I have how many slides? We're at about 17, and I'll just show you whizzing down. I'm just going to whiz through them real quick so that you can just say, okay, we're going to talk about some different components. I'm not going to go this fast. Where to find reels, different ways to make reels, from repurposed videos, from stock video, a little bit of native, scheduling reels, and then 24 ideas for reels. And as I mentioned in the write-up, this is sponsored by and brought to you by this wonderful online video editor called InVideo, and you can get 30% off for life, by the way, and that's for monthly or annual. So we're going to take a little look at InVideo is a really powerful way to create your reels on desktop. If you just, prefer to use desktop, I know I use my desktop a lot. I mean, I like you all, we use our phones a lot, and sometimes it can get real finicky, and especially depending on the volume of content that you want to produce, it can get a little finicky, right? We have to bend our heads and always be like staring at our phone unless you've got it propped up. But one thing I want you to keep in mind as we go through the presentation today, the training, is how you could essentially potentially hand off some of this repurposing and creation of your Reels content to a person on your team, or possibly outsource it. I mean, InVideo is incredibly easy to use, but still, everything takes even a little time. They've made it really easy, and you'll see when I show you the demo. But just thinking in the back of your mind, gosh, how could I create my videos, right? Get camera ready, batch produce a bunch of regular video to camera on your phone, or use a good camera like I do. And then you've gone live. It's a big part of what we'll talk about today, is you broadcast a live, and how can you take just little clips of that live and repurpose it as these really valuable golden nugget reels. So that's something to consider there. All right, so back to the PowerPoint, and we'll just do a little bit of slides, and then we'll go and do some real demos. So we're going to talk about easily creating reels and other short form, because it's the same format, 9x16. So I got my big hand pointed over to the mobile device. 9x16 is the format for reels, for TikToks, for YouTube Shorts, and whatever else is out there nowadays. Of course, stories is the same. You got stories or reels, same format. When it comes to both Facebook and Instagram video, we've got to think of four different types of video, And as you know, Zuckerberg has told the whole company, Meta, to go all in on video. First is live streaming. It's one of the best performing content types. That was one of the points that I made at my Social Media Marketing World talk on Tuesday there. It has been for quite some time, actually. Live streaming is incredibly effective. It's actually one of the least used. It's still not embraced as much by brands and businesses. So here I am doing a live stream right now, and afterwards I can take clips of this and make them into the short videos or little reels. Of course, you've got your feed. That just means you've uploaded it. So, and by the way, Facebook would really like us to make those 3 minutes or longer. So you've uploaded it. And today, we're mostly going to talk about the a 9:16, like the Reels format, but you can certainly use in video for all formats in doing the longer 3 to 5 minutes or more. Square format for Instagram, I would still do, although you can certainly do landscape there now. You can do longer ones, shorter ones. You know, it's a minute in the feed, but you can post longer ones up to 60 minutes. Most profiles can. And then on Facebook, you can definitely do, like I say, they say 3 to 5 minutes or longer. You might try, like, if you're doing a little how-to or tutorials or case studies, maybe even doing a little bit longer than that. Live streaming, I would always do for, maybe roughly 20 minutes or more, up to an hour. Sometimes people do longer. Reels I've highlighted there because that's a big part we're going to talk about today. Now, also, I know for some of you maybe who are just still a little bit like, gee, what is the difference? And it's okay, by the way, I just sidebar. I always say there's no such thing as a silly question, okay? We all have to start somewhere, and we can't know it all. Literally, hashtag it takes a village. So that's why we're all here. We're learning together, and this all happens so dang fast. One of the slides I put in my deck on Tuesday was a pinball machine. Some days you can literally feel as though you are bouncing around like a ball in that pinball machine because you're like, okay, wait a minute, what are we supposed to post today? But stories are those little bubbles at the top. They're little circles at the top of Instagram, and they're kind of little like cards, little vertical cards at the top of Facebook. Those are stories, and they disappear. They're ephemeral. Stories is the only ephemeral content or type of content. They disappear after 24 hours. So we have to keep doing them. Stories should be simple and easy, and you just pop them out. They're a little more intimate and formal. They don't really stick around. So, you've got your highlights and they come up in memories, fair enough. But the difference with Reels is they are permanent. They don't disappear. Okay, Reels stick around. Reels have their own tab on Instagram, and now they do on the Facebook feed, but not necessarily on the page yet. It's going to be really hard to find Reels on pages, but they're mobile. By the way, people are telling me I don't have Reels yet. They're on mobile. And I got screenshots, and I'll show you my phone on the screen too momentarily. But Reels, the Reels format are always on mobile. You create them on mobile, you upload them on mobile. But today I'm going to show you how to create them on desktop and then upload to mobile. And then, of course, stories. So all four formats, you should be, I'm saying should, excuse me for saying should. You do what's on brand for you. There really is no should. I'm just showing you that these are the four video types that Meta would like us to create and share on both platforms. And you can pick some or all. Today we're focusing on Reels. Now, this magical graphic here, I love to include it in some of my presentations because it's a beautiful infographic. I don't expect you to read all the tiny little small print. The only one major thing to draw to your attention in this beautiful, colorful, kind of donut-shaped chart in the middle is that half of it is green. Half of it, so it says 49%. I just say half. What that represents, my friends, it's astonishing to me. It is mobile traffic worldwide. Okay, so global mobile traffic. Half of it is watching videos, video streaming. It's amazing, watching videos. So that's the Reels content. That's the stories content. And about 80% of Facebook users access their device on the mobile platform. So, and of course, Instagram is all mobile, right? So that's what Facebook's leaning into. Of course, TikTok is all mobile. YouTube's done real well with the shorts. We're just going more into more of an educational entertainment, modality when it comes to social media. So Reels are short form video. They are only 30 seconds for some random bizarre reason. I guess Facebook's just, maybe they got a bandwidth issue. Crack myself up. Yeah, right. With their tens of billions of dollars. I don't know why they've limited to 30. I think they're just kind of getting people used to it. And they kind of did stories slightly differently too when they first rolled out on, both platforms. But there are 60 seconds on Instagram. Now, let's do a little pop quiz. Who can tell me, those of you who are active TikTokers, how many minutes can a TikTok video? Ooh, so we better be careful because we're saying the enemy. Maybe my my live is going to suddenly implode if I mention the enemy. Who knows how long a TikTok video can be lately? Okay, I've seen some good answers there. Thank you so much for chiming in. I appreciate that, Jose. Thanks, Melissa. Good to see you. Hi, Billy. Thank you, Lou. Okay, good. I'm just getting a few more answers. You guys are the best. Okay. Thanks for playing along. So I see that Lou says 10 minutes. Billy says 3. I'm seeing some 10. Gaia. Oh, hi, Gaia. Kevin, 10. Okay, 15. Yeah. So it was 3. It was 3. Oh, and there's refresh, restyle, recrafts. Yeah. So currently it is 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes is the max TikTok. But they just started rolling out, literally in the last few weeks, 10-minute reels. Excuse me, reels, my bad. 10-minute TikTok videos. Okay. So why? Because it literally is all about becoming a destination entertainment. It's like having your own TV station, your own channel anyway, your own channel. And so right now, you know how Zuckerberg just loves to copy. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. How long before we're going to see 10-minute reels on Instagram and Facebook? I don't know, maybe eventually, but no doubt they'll start to gradually increase these. Sooner or later, once there's more adoption on Facebook, we will see longer reels, I'm sure. And Zuckerberg said that just recently that Reels is now Meta's fastest growing content format by far. Why? Well, because it's pedal to the metal. He's driving the bus, right? He's driving the rocket ship. They're just really giving it massive algorithmic visibility on both platforms. And as you probably know, when they opened up Facebook Reels, a lot of the Facebook Reels that we first started seeing were simply pushed over from Instagram. They still are in many ways. When it comes to creating our content, our Reels content, I love to pop this slide in here too, is we really want to think more like a screenwriter, like our friend George Lucas here, so that there's a storyline to it. We're invoking emotions. We're involving people in our journey, and you've humanized. Ideally, there are some people in your videos, and there's just a personal aspect to it, as opposed to creating your content like as I say, like a buy my stuff copywriter, like this is Danny DeVito character. We don't want to just hit people over the head and try to be too salesy. There is an aspect that is entertaining. We're all like little mini movie creators, right? We're like mini movie producers. My goodness. Yeah, I hear you, Billy, right? I'm not sure I want to watch someone for 10 minutes on TikTok. Exactly. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is brought to you in partnership with NVIDIA. Full disclosure, of course, I am a brand ambassador for them. I'm going to show you in a minute some real live demos of really super easy ways that you can use this tool to create this short form video for every possible platform and use case and batch create. I love people in batch create. By the way, NVIDIA has a really excellent team component to it. So let's say you have several people. Maybe you've got someone maybe kind of a little bit more, I was going to say junior, I don't mean that disparagingly, but someone on the team whose kind of sole remit, their responsibility is to batch create a lot of video content. And then you got someone else can just pop in and add a little note and add some comments right on the timeline. Oh, I like this part here. Could you change that scene out? Or let's add this, drop this asset in here. So you can get really more robust and creative with a team. So it's really, really powerful for that. Repurposing your videos, even though I'm recording and broadcasting right now in landscape, right? So I'm landscape 16:9, but I'm just going to show you in a moment how you can easily take a 16:9 and convert it into 9:16, which is the portrait format. And as I mentioned there, that is the special offer that we have for you. And that is grandfathered in. So I'm going to go ahead and share my Chrome, and then we'll come back to my slides because I'm going to show you exactly where to find Reels. A lot of folks say, oh my God, I don't have Reels yet, but they might be looking in the wrong place. A big question is, can you schedule Reels? All right, so this is when you go to that link I gave you. This, you'll come to this page here, and as I mentioned, it is 30% off for life, for whether you do monthly or annual. And they got a couple of plans there, so it works out to be like you can get started for like $20 if you want to just do 1 month and see what it is like. Take $9 off of that, $21, or it's only $10 a month if you do the annual with the 30% off. So, but let's do this. I'm going to show you inside. So we've got a few tabs open. So let's say you get your account, you jump in, and you're like, okay, now what do I do? One of the coolest things to do is you've got all of these categories because they've got so many pre-made templates. So let's do this. If I go view all, I'm going to look at all the different categories. Because a lot of times, I know right there with you, sometimes you're like, oh my God, I'm a little stuck for what to say. What am I going to say? what ideas I like to share today. Now I can hear my computer fan is whirring in the background. It's like, wait a minute, you're pushing it here. There you go. It's just we're just forcing it to do a lot with PowerPoint, screen sharing, and Ecamm live broadcast. So you can go and you can see how many templates are in each one. Let's say you want to do a video ad. There's 1,000 templates in the video ad there. And this might be a little small on your screen. That's okay. I'll just narrate what I'm showing you. You don't have to see absolutely everything, but just drawing your attention to, branding templates, over 800. Listicles, this is wonderful. Like 4 tips to be a vlogger, 250 templates. So lots of great ideas there for you in the templates. So let me pull that out for a second. But let's say I want to what's really hot right now? What is trending? What is trending? So this section right below the cat with the glasses is what's trending. And if I can go into view all, and you'll see right here where my cursor is. Oh, wait a minute. Hopefully you can see it. Where's my Ecamm? Can you? Oh yeah. So I wondered if my camera was slightly in the way, but just above my head, you can see there's your 3 formats, right? 16 by 9 wide, 1 by 1 square, which is really ideal for Instagram. 16 by 9 wide is great for Facebook, YouTube. But here's our 9 by 16 vertical we're talking about today with the reels and the stories and the shorts and the TikToks. And what's trending, these are great templates that you can just easily go in and pick one and then swap out some of your own content. So let's just, I'm just going to grab one here. What do we have here? Trend. Click on that. And I'm just making sure it's still in the vertical. And I'm just going to go use template. It just takes a little second to fill up the fishbowl here. They got their little logo there. Really, really easy. So now we're inside the editor. We can see it's only 10 seconds long, but we could add more scenes to make it longer. We can totally take the background image and swap it out and put something else in there from something we've loaded up ourselves, or your own content is what I'm saying. I can just pick that up and drag and drop it. I'm going to replace that background image. I'm going to just stretch it in place. It's taking a second to do its thing. And then I'm going to change up the text, doing whatever I want to do there. I can either click into it in here. You'll see right over here, I'll say July 2022, hit save. And it's got a little watermark in it right now, but with your plan, there's no watermark. There's no watermark. Really, really easy to use. Just going to change up. Many of you here use Canva, and it's a wonderful tool. I do a lot of my graphics there. And you'll recognize some of the similar kind of features, or not features, but there's features that Adobe, all these different platforms where there's standard features of adjusting text and font and just standard features that we've come to know and love and need. Music tracks, and I can shorten or lengthen this and the timeline, change up whatever I'm going to put on my text. Probably not a very good example here, Mari, but never mind. I'm showing the fastest, quickest, easiest way to make something. Let me just play it. And it's just going to give us a little kind of camera flare, and the music's animated. Excuse me, the text animated. So that's just giving me a super fast reel, if you will. Let me just say I want to just drag that a tiny bit longer, and I'm going to actually just get a little bit of video. Okay, here's something fun here. I'm just going to grab that and drag it over there. I want to replace it. Now, see where it's going to go trim to fit, because this is not necessarily, this is like 15 seconds, and I'm going to push it into the scene. And now, I just hit play, and then there it goes. It's just doing whatever I want. Really, really easy. Me, Janice. And now, great question there. I'm seeing, is the music okay to use on Facebook? Absolutely, absolutely. These are all totally, what do we call them? Royalty free. You can use the music, so it's not as if it's copyrighted. You can use the music anywhere. Facebook also has its own bunch of videos as well. Hi, Kunal. Thanks for tuning in. Kunal is with the end video. Size for reels. I saw the question there. Yeah. Always 9 by 16. You're always going to do the portrait format. All right. So let me carry on here. So I'm going to find a much better example. I was just like literally making that one up for you. Let me go in and then I'm going to go back to my slides in a minute here too. So I'm going to show you from a totally blank canvas, because I did promise you I want to show you how to repurpose. Let me start with a blank canvas. And remember, we're always going to choose for, I'm saying not always, but just for the purpose of today's demo, I'm showing the Reels format, vertical, right? And you can see it literally looks like a little phone, right? That's like your phone held sideways. Okay. And square is just really only on Instagram. Although you can put square videos anywhere you want. You can do them on Twitter or LinkedIn, Facebook, you name it. So now what do we have? We've got a completely blank scene. Although it's funny because I do see that it automatically puts music in there. So I just deleted it. I just clicked on the music and I took it out. Now what I've done, and this is over on the left, it might be a little small on your screen. I don't know if I could zoom in a little bit, maybe not. I better not mess with it too much. Over here where my cursor is, in the top left, you'll see that my video is sitting on uploads, okay? Uploads, what I've done is I took a little 2-minute clip of a Facebook Live. All I'm going to do is just drag that over onto the scene, and I'm going to select just a little portion of it. You can always come back and trim it. You can play it, go, is that what I want? Oh, what am I saying? Okay, yep, that's what I want. Just hit done. There it is. Now, you're like, wait a minute. And I'm just going to take that text off for a minute. Or actually, I want text. I'm going to just put it down here. Text. You'll put your text in there. It's like, well, whatever I want it full screen. I don't want the landscape inside of it. So I'm just going to click in here and I'm going to go crop. And I'm going to hit the little 9:16. Now, it's like that. And now I can just fill it up. But sometimes what I actually like to do is to get creative and just kind of put it like, so now I've got a little creative kind of colorful frame around it. And then I can animate this text. I'm just going to go Facebook, whatever, Facebook tips. And I can animate that text. So it's going to come in by word. And you'll see all of these nifty little super duper easy. Hit play on the scene. I can do a little voiceover. Now, that's just me doing that. So, okay, well, that's only 13 seconds. Actually, you know what? That's too short. That's too long. I'm going to trim it all up there. Let me just go ahead and I want to duplicate that scene, or you could just add a blank one, but maybe I want to keep the same elements, the canvas colors and everything. I'm going to take that video and drop it there. I want to replace that video. I know I'm going quite fast, but I'm showing you just like how easy it is to just take little clips, and I would not make them long. Even, you know, it says current timeline. So I'm going to go right up to there, just a little tiny clip, hit done, and in it goes. So now I can also, again, same thing, play just that part. You won't be able to hear it because I don't think I have my volume coming through. So there I am just saying something, and obviously I'm going to just make sure that whatever text there is, there's always something moving. You know, that's the thing. One way to get inspiration is to go to Instagram and or Facebook, and you're going to watch some reels. They got too carried away and go down too many rabbit holes. But sometimes they can be very addictive, right? But what we do is we're just looking for what's hot, what's getting a lot of traction, what are people in our industry doing, what are people in totally opposite different industries doing, and like getting some creative ideas. And one thing we want to know about any kind of video is there has to be something happening almost every few seconds. Now, that does not mean all the pointing, the dancing, and the lip syncing, and I'm not knocking that. A lot of people do that and it works for them. I'm here to tell you, you do what's on brand for you. It's not on brand for me. I don't want to do lip syncing and dancing and pointing to bubbles. I want to be here, and I saw some comments go by. It's like, you just, whatever is completely in alignment with the kind of video content and social media content that you're already producing and sharing. So, and I've got these wonderful tips coming up for you in a minute of sharing about, I think I have 24 for you. InVideo has a great article with 40 different ideas for Reels. So, but the point I was saying there, let me go back to my screen sharing here because like I want to make sure that these scenes are not too long and that there's like text moving across it, and that, sound off. A lot of times they always tell us design your videos for sound off, or adding the actual captions to them. Now I've left the same tips there, tip number 1, do this, whatever I might say, you know, and so it's like that, and then maybe add another layer of text below that. And so then all I've done is I've just taken some content I already have, and now I have a 9-second reel, almost 10 seconds. Let me do one more duplicate, and I'll show you what we're going to do here. Just hit that little duplicate one, and I'm going to take a different Facebook Live video. Drag that guy over there and replace. And this is a fun one. I think I've got my cat coming into the frame, so why not? You know, put cats in your reels. You'll probably get more. That is on brand for me. Let me just play. There she is. She didn't want to be picked up, so we'll do that. Hit done, and same thing. Now I'm just going to. You see, I can put a little bit more of it in there. So I'm still in the phone frame, right? The 9:16, but you can totally play around with where you want to position your video, make it much smaller, like bigger, and more of my flowers in there. And then this will give me opportunity to add more text if I wanted to, you know, real easy. And they have, by the way, and I know I'm not totally showing you all, I don't want to get too complicated, trying to keep it real simple, but you've got masks and shapes and collages here, and you can do different logos. You've got stickers are really fun, overlays, so many fun things, you know, so many fun things that you can do. So let me just put that little guy there, and, you know, add a little bit more text for the heck of it. And a subheading, post cat videos. And drag that down, and we'll swap those around, and you know, simple, so easy, right? Everybody's a designer these days. Everybody's a graphic designer and a video editor. Let's see if I like that. Play it. There she goes. You know, that's it. And now we just shorten that scene up. It's actually too long, so there we go. Blah blah blah. And then we've got like a 13-second reel. Now, obviously, I need to check and make sure it all fully makes sense. I'm just assuming that part is in there. We didn't fully check it all. And I actually probably would shorten some of those scenes up even tighter. So I'm going to come back to other couple kinds of demos and being able to repurpose. For example, I have in a moment I'm going to show you where I've taken an existing landscape video that I created in video, and at the press of a button, I can take that landscape already pre-created video that I made, or I created before, and then just magically convert it into the reel format. But let me just see if you've got any quick questions that I want to answer, and then I will go back to some more value on my slides. Okay, great, beautiful. You guys are awesome. Okay, thanks, friends. Excellent. Okay. All good. Yep. And so just a reminder, yeah, it's the platform I'm showing you today is called InVideo, and if you use my link, you can get 30% off for life, whether monthly or annual. So if you just want to take it for a test drive, it's $21. I saw a question about free trial, and Kunal, you can answer that, because I don't remember. I'm thinking not. So, or through this special offer anyway. So, $21 will get you it for 30 days. Try it for 30 days, see if you like it. And then, if you really like it, it's going to be like $10 a month, and that will be your price for life. I see a great question from Amy talking about why do they suggest audio off? Because so many people, we're all people, Facebook users, Instagram users, social media users, we're checking our phones, and we might be in a position where we just can't have volume on. We might be in a public place, we might be multitasking in a meeting or whatever the case. So people just tend to I was going to say mindlessly, I know some of us do, mindlessly scroll through our devices, and then something catches our attention. It draws us in. The goal of much of our video content is to draw people in to the point that they want to turn the volume on. You see, but there's a reason why Facebook put those automatic captions. Right now, I'm literally being captioned real time as I'm speaking to you. Hi, Jenny. It's so good to see you here. Where can you find my list of recommendations for video cams and other? Okay, yeah. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have that on my YouTube channel. I have a great let's see if I can find it super fast. And if I can, I will come back to it. But I appreciate you asking. Yeah, it's this one right here. I'm going to share my Chrome. It is best cameras and lights and microphones for lives. And that's going to go right into an ad. I know it, but here, let me just get the link. And I'll pop that in there. Mari's best cameras, lights, etc. And this is and Jenny's asking a good question there. This is actually for your Facebook Lives, not necessarily for your Reels. Okay, let me do this. I wanted to go back to my PowerPoint because I've got some more value for you there. One second. I know I'm jumping around a lot. There's so much to cover. Here we go. All right, so let's give a little bit more. We've already done that slide, so I've told you about that. So Facebook Reels, I saw a lot of people when it was, I think it's been about 4 or 5 weeks now that Facebook, it was like, ta-da, Reels are available globally. And then a lot of folks were, I don't have them yet. I'm not seeing them. Where are they? They are only accessible in mobile. To make them, to upload them and make them. Well, to make them, I'm showing you how to make them a third party, save it to your phone. I'll show you that in a minute, and then upload them. And that's, by the way, how you do it. I didn't finish that whole demo, but you would download it and save it either to your phone or to Google Drive or to Dropbox or your iCloud. I'll show you that in a second in these slides, and then I'll let you have these slides afterwards. There's 2 places that you can see Reels on your home feed and then your personal profile. It's going to be slightly different if you've morphed over to what's called the professional mode. Only a few folks have that. Most people are in classic profiles. Groups, you've got Reels in groups. And then on pages, again, it's going to be different if you have classic pages versus the new pages experience. I've seen a few folks saying, I'm still on classic, but a few folks are saying with the new pages experience, they've ran into a few snafus with Reels and a few of the other features. It's still after almost 2 years now. It's still buggy, which is really irritating. So here's where you find Facebook Reels on your home feed. And that is where I've circled right there at the very, very top. You'll see, you always know whatever Zuckerberg wants us to maximize and use most because it's first, right? It's first. And they still want us to do stories. Stories is still first. But also, what I've done on that second screenshot is if I tap on the tab for Reels, see, Stories, Reels, Rooms, each of the 3 has its own tab. I don't know if you've noticed that before. I rarely even check Rooms. Is anybody doing live audio rooms here? But anyway, so then you're going to go and you can tap on Reels and you can swipe left to right and swipe into those and tap into them and just check out a lot to get inspiration, like I say. Or this is the camera. If you tap on that create reel, it opens up the camera. Same as over here. You'll tap on it, it'll open up the camera. Vicky, that's strange. If you use my link, it should definitely work. And there's Kunal. Thanks, Kunal. I appreciate your help. Kunal's with InVideo. He's my main guy over there. Okay, so then on the personal profile, it's not obvious. I've seen a lot of folks saying, okay, I see them in my feed, but where in the heck how do I make not make your own reel? But if you want to see your own reels and you want to get to reels on your own personal profile, I've scrolled down, right? You kind of have to scroll down past a whole bunch of stuff, but it's right. You see posts and then you see manage posts and then you've got photos, reels, avatars, and all kinds of other stuff. So it's right there. If you tap on that, that will show you any reels that you've created, and then you can also create a reel from in there. On your groups, super straightforward and easy. Pretty much every group, whether it's your own group or you're a member of a group, you're going to see reels is the first thing. And if you don't have that, then crikey, it's coming. Unfortunately, it's like, basically Facebook's turning into TikTok. Uh-oh, did I say that out loud? Pages. This is on the classic page. Now, I don't know about you. I mentioned this in my social scoop the other day where this Business Academy is a new thing. And if you start it on desktop, it automatically pops up on mobile and it just takes up a lot of real estate on my screen. Goodness. It's basically the blueprint pulled in. But anyway, ignore all that. Scroll down and you'll see again where I've circled in the green. Similar, there you've got reel. Now, interestingly enough, they don't have it first. I got photo, create story, reel. And you might see your reel on pages in a slightly different place, especially if you have if you have new pages experience. Okay. Now then, excuse me, 1 second. A wee sip of tea. Oh, that's a good question from Diane. Statistics. I don't think they're out yet, Diana. She's asking about statistics. Excuse me, Diana. I don't think they've revealed anything yet. Oh, but maybe you're talking about your own, to like see your own like views. And I've heard folks saying it's like really hard to see the views. You should be able to see them. By the way, another quick pop quiz for you, and then we'll go in and do some more demos. 2 questions just for fun. Who can tell me what the amount of time is to count as a video view on Facebook or Instagram? This is regular videos, not Reels or Stories. A regular view. Do you know how long is it and what unit of time is counted as a view for videos, including lives? Take a random guess. Oh, I'm saying a random guess. Many of you probably already know. How many units of time? Beautiful. Perfect. 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Now then, 3 seconds. Correct. It is 3 seconds. So the video has to be on the computer screen or on the mobile device for a total of 3 seconds to be counted as a view. Okay? 3 seconds. Now, who can guess what is the unit of time that's counted for a Reels play? Notice they don't call it a view. It's actually called a play. And of course, copied from TikTok. The unit of time, I see some guesses coming in, and it's not the same as the video views. The video view is 3 seconds, but it is, you got it, Christopher. Yeah, thanks, Christopher. Margie. It's astonishing. It blew my mind when I found this out. It is 1 millisecond. 1 millisecond. So imagine when you see some of those reels at the top of your feed and they got like 10 million, looks like 10 million views. You're like, oh my God, 10 million views. And that's still a lot. I'm not saying it's not a lot. It's a lot. But 1 millisecond is quite different from 3 seconds to be counted as a view, right? So let's do this. Let's do this, friends. I'm going to go, and I know I'll share my phone in a minute too, because I want to make sure you have the whole process. So I'm going to go through these in a moment where I just have my really easy, this what I actually really just did. So selecting a Facebook Live video, you go into video, you can choose a category or a template, or what I did was I just went blank. I went blank and popped a few scenes in. And then this process we didn't do yet. So you download it. So it's going to be on your desktop. And this is why I'm saying if you have a team and someone that can help you, where you're literally having someone else do a little bit of the early heavy lifting, especially when you're batch creating, or if you love getting in there and doing it yourself, it's super easy to do. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. From there, you're like, well, gosh, now I have the video. Now it's sitting on my desktop. How do I get it to my Facebook Reels? There is a little bit, needs to be a little bit of a workaround. You'll need to put it to either Dropbox, Google Drive, or iCloud, or somewhere in some storage capacity that you can then access it on your phone and saves your camera roll. Or when you're uploading, you can even select, I know that for me, I have Dropbox integrated, and I can just choose Dropbox as my source. And then just go to Facebook Reels, and then instead of recording a video, you're going to select the file, and then stock video, and then native. Certainly, this is not using a video editor, is just to record a video. Okay, so let's come out of that for a second, and I'll finish up in a moment with my ideas, my 24 ideas for what to post, what the heck to post. So I mentioned that this would be a video that, if we see, it's exactly 1 minute long. Now it's actually 16:9, so this is in landscape format. I'm going to go ahead and put it back to the beginning. I'm going to replay the whole thing. And I'm just talking about these 7 priorities. Reels. Now I've made those scenes a little bit long because I put quite a bit of text on them, but I might probably want to come in here and go, okay, no, actually I need to, shorten that up a little bit, because you always want to see, okay, is there enough time for people to read that? Whoopsies, that's not good. What happened there? Suddenly went blank on me. It's going to catch up in a second. I'm messing around with it. You want to give people enough time to read what's on the screen, but not so much that they're sitting there getting impatient, drumming their fingers on the table going, well, come on, when's the next scene? Like, it needs to be moving fairly fast. So this was just under a minute. And all I do would be click resize, this magic little resize. This is all the tools and features inside. You don't have to pay any extra. It's just one flat fee to get every single feature that's inside here. And so from here, it's already 16 by 9, but I could one click and make a square version, one click and make a Reels version, a vertical 9 by 16. Okay. And what it does is it duplicates and resizes and opens in a new tab. Now, I actually already did that. So that's just pretend I click vertical, boom, ta-da, and here it is. And so now I would definitely want to make some edits and make it slightly shorter and just a little more peppy, but it's going to be the same idea. Okay, 7 priorities for 2020, and I can already see, okay, I need to make that so much faster, because remember, 1 millisecond, we got to be showing them something's moving on the screen super fast. We come in there, and I see, oh gosh, okay, that's a little bit messed up. And it's similar to other, other platforms that you used for like graphics. Of course, we mentioned Canva and whatever. When you resize, it's not going to be perfect. So I might just want to even like, okay, that one is too big. I'm just going to grab this and size it all. That's just super easy to do. And I'm like, oh, what happened here? Okay, I know what happened here. That was my phone frame. I made a phone frame. And I'm just going to kind of put it down here. And then the video, I just did a video overlay. Let me stretch it up and to fit in the phone. So it's just going to sit like that. And then I have a little more room for my text. That can go there, that can go there. Or I might decide, you know what, that's too much text for a reel. I'm just going to actually, shorten it up. And I'm only going to just say that in a reel. Something like that. And then you can always just play the scene. This little button plays the scene by itself. Oh God, that's not good when it goes black on me. Well, if it ever gives you a little glitch, all you do is just what I do. I just hit refresh. Okay, cache refresh. I see you. You're just giving me a little, typical. You're like, okay, let's do a live demo. No pressure. Please don't give me any glitches. Crikey. So there it goes. Beautiful. That's it. If in doubt, refresh is your friend, right? As it really instantly saves it. So let me go back here. I'm just going to play just that scene, and you can see where I must have like totally messed up with it. What is happening? Where did my scene go? I can see it there. Okay. I can see it. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. I don't know. A little glitchy for me, but that's okay. Just because I know this video, I made it a little while ago. And then you see where, I could just get into each scene. All I'm doing is tightening it up, changing it. Remember, we started with a landscape, and the idea is I'm just taking a landscape, making a short, snappy version, changing things up a little bit, tightening it up, making sure that it still works for the purposes of a nice short reel. Okay. Super easy. You got all your layers. And again, I know I don't profess to be an in-video expert yet, but I know just enough of the basics to make these videos. And that's, in essence, initially all you need to know as well. You don't have to be a video creation master. It's just so powerful. Now, I saw a point there, Monica. One of the main benefits of going with video is the massive amount of pre-made templates is one, but also the assets, millions and millions of assets. Let me just pull up a window here if I can real quick, just to make sure I'm quoting you the right numbers that you get in the plan. There you go. So what you get is there's 5,000 templates, and you get 8 million. You can access up to 10 videos a month from this the premium library. And then you've got 3 million in the standard library and another million. So basically 4 million plus 8 is 12 million, access to 12 million different assets. So, and sometimes you've seen them called faceless videos. So it's like if you don't want to be on camera, and you can create from stock assets. And these premium libraries I'm talking about are either video clips or images, or and of course audios. You're putting your audios in there too. So before I finish up on the slides, I'm going to just hit on the download. You'll see if I go back here and I just hit the download, you can do 720, or I would do 1080 as a default, and I just hit export, and then we'll just let that sit and do its little magic. And you'll see there is something that you can do, which is to directly post to Facebook or YouTube from the app. Now, not Reels, unfortunately, and that's simply because the API is not open. You can't schedule, you can't use third-party apps with Reels. You know, I'm hopeful that at some point or another that Facebook will bring out the API inside a Creator Studio and Business Suite. You'll see now when I hit that download, it's doing its little magic rendering. And then right here, once it's finished doing its little rendering, you can see I can actually just copy the link because it would be totally hosted right here, or I can download the video, or I can share. It's grayed out right now because it's still processing, but I can post to Facebook or to Twitter or to YouTube, or that's actually even InVideo's Facebook group. You can post it in there. So with that, let me jump back to my slides and just again go through how easy this process is with the workflow, because I really enjoy being on a big screen and being able to use my hand and the mouse and my keyboard and just taking a really simple process of where, let's say I have a Facebook Live video. I'm actually going to stop that one from rendering right now. Like I showed you there, I just took a clip of it, but you could take a longer one and you just drop in little clips of it. And then you just pull up in video. You could do a category, pick a template, or you could start from scratch. Just swap out the media for your own, replace and adjust the text, download it. Then from there, get it to a place where you'll be able to access it on your phone. Go to Facebook Reels, select the file. In a minute, I'll bring up my phone and we'll do that. And then add any effects that you want that are inside of the Reels publisher. They're a little bit limited in the Facebook Reels, just like they are with stories, but they'll get better over time. Better in terms of like Instagram's a little better. Alternatively, like I showed you, like with what's trending right now in the first little reel that we did, you just go there and you go into the trending or any of those categories. What did I say? 5,000 templates. Amazing. Use the preset assets, or you could swap out with anything else in those millions and millions of videos. You just search and all these wonderful keywords and just drop it in there. Adjust the text, download it, same process. Download and then get it to your camera roll and then upload to Reels. Or as I mentioned, I know for me, I can drop it in from Dropbox. I can select Dropbox as a source. Alrighty. So from there, of course, native, you can just record direct to your phone is another way to do Reels. If you're comfortable just jumping in on camera, which I typically do when I'm camera ready anyway. I'll just record some. Right, short. This you're going to have to do anyway, whether it's recorded or it's uploaded from a third-party tool or created but with a third-party tool like InVideo. You're still going to write a short description and always adding in just a few hashtags. Then you go ahead and you publish it. Or if you don't want to record direct to your camera, you just you can load video clips or photos from your camera roll. Okay. And so then this is a big question I'm seeing a lot in my social scoop group and various communities. Can you schedule Reels? Unfortunately, the short answer is no, not yet. The API isn't open. Maybe there's some hacks. Maybe there's some ways, you can just, maybe some third-party tools where it just sends you a push notification and tells you, hey, it's time to publish your Reel now. So the cool thing though is on Instagram, there is a way. So anything they create on Instagram, I always figure at some point it will come over to Facebook, right? They kind of almost like test things on Instagram first. And so they have a really cool feature on Instagram that you can save as draft. I don't know why they don't have it on Facebook. Maybe bandwidth issue again. Crikey. But Facebook, no, sad face right now. Maybe third-party tools. If you know of any, feel free to let us know. But I don't think you can schedule Reels. Stories, yeah. See, because at first we couldn't. At first we couldn't schedule stories, but you can absolutely create and schedule stories on desktop or mobile in Creator Studio app or Meta Business Suite app. Okay, and there's even third-party tools. So eventually, hopefully, there'll be a way for us to schedule Reels. Now, 24 ideas for Reels. I'm just going to fly through these. And as I mentioned, I will go ahead and after this broadcast, I'll load up this deck for you and I'll put the link into the live. So certainly we talked about today, repurposing evergreen content. You've already broadcast, you've done a live, or you've got video. You might even find that you've got tons of content that you've sitting there on your hard drive or your camera roll for the last 12, 24 months. And you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had all this amazing content. I'm thinking I have to always create fresh. No. You can just totally create more. You can create fresh content from previous evergreen content, right? So frequently asked questions, introducing your team, showing off your workspace, before and afters are always good. I call them micro tips because, just a few little tips that you can pack into a short, 30 seconds on Facebook, 60 seconds on Instagram, but even shorter. I see people doing micro tips in 10 seconds, How-tos, of course. Unboxing is fun. Trends, jumping in on a trend. Well, that is a great tip for you on Instagram in particular. When you look at the Instagram Reels, is that you want to see if there's that little up arrow at the very, very bottom left of the reel showing you that the music is trending. So if it's trending music, you could grab that and pop your reel in with that particular music. Any holidays, your passion project, something about me you don't know is, showcasing your favorite products, introducing yourself, telling your story. Remember how I said you're a screenwriter. You're sharing an emotional, or not emotion, but it's something that evokes. It makes people feel connected to you and your business and your brand and your products and your services and your journey and your mission, your why. BTS, behind the scenes, day in the life of, a sneak peek, employee spotlight or team spotlight, customer spotlight too is good. Meet the team, testimonials, micro case study. Listicles are really great. Listicles are just, my top 3, my top 5. You can even fit 10 top 10s into a reel if it's going quickly enough. Favorite tools, maybe start a challenge or participate in a challenge. And then I've put a little link here directly to InVideo's blog post that has 40 Reels ideas. I've put a few of them in my 24, but you'll find some more, as well as direct links to templates from InVideo on that link. So that's kind of fun. And so just a reminder, that's what you're going to do and try out is this beautiful tool. It's so easy to use and will help you to master just batch creating content on your desktop if you're a little more comfortable with it, which a lot of folks are. Comfortable, I mean, with producing content on your desktop as opposed to your mobile. Now then, all that time, I did not yet show my phone, and so I would like to, so I'm going to do that. And I just have to, because I was speaking this week, I had to do a wonderful blingy phone case. Why not? Oh, thanks, Christopher. He just put a story there. He shared my live to your story. Okay, so I am going to always check and make sure. I might have to hit refresh because I'll make sure what do I have on my screen that I might not want to share with the world. And of course, Facebook doesn't make it easy, right? Let me go like that. I'm going to just show you how we might do this process. 1 second. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. There you go. Good. All right, so now I'm going to bring up my phone. There it is. Move over here. I hit refresh enough times and it's me. It's my own life. So, as you know, like these are stories, but if I tap Reels, that's the Reels tab right there, or I've got Reel right here. So, ta-da! I could just press and hold. Big difference in the camera, right? I could press and hold and record. But you know what these are? These tiny little videos? These are all stories that I reshared on Instagram yesterday from Speaking to Social Media World. And I can literally take one of my shared stories and just tap it. And now, like, there you go. This is going to be my reel. I'm not really going to post this, but that's just, it just boggles my brain of how much repurposing we can do. Let's just pretend that was a reel that I made in InVideo and it's sitting on my camera roll. Then I can just tap it and you can do other little magic things in there. And like I say, you just saw me doing the stickers. And then from there, if I hit next. Now, I saw a question earlier that someone was asking about choosing a cover image. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I was going to say, why doesn't Facebook just automatically include all the other features that we can get on Instagram, such as not only can we choose the cover of the reel on Instagram, we can position it so it sits nicely in the grid, right? And you're like not half cut off your face or whatever. But we can't do that, right? If I tap on the reel, nothing happens. I can't pick the cover. It's not available yet. I'm going to write something here, of course. And then remember I mentioned about hashtags. There's no return. Like I can't put a clear line. So I just have to put my hashtags, whatever. There you go. I would put, 3, 4, 5 or so in there. Now, 2 things to know about those little things at the bottom. This is because I chose my personal profile, right? So on your page, when you're doing reels on your page, they're automatically always public. But on your personal profile, just like our posts, I can tap that and I can decide who's going to see this reel. Maybe I just want it to my friends. Maybe I want it, as they say, their friends accept, whatever. You pick your audience. I just pretty much share everything to public. And then the other little button there, which I have enabled to default, remixing. So it's a big, big part of what is really driving the consumption and the production and consumption of reels is that you can take other people's content and what they call remix it. And so someone could take my reel and then they add their own self, kind of almost like side by side, and who knows, I get more visibility, whatever, right? So then I would just share that, publish it, and off it goes. It's really quite straightforward. Melissa's asking, what does it mean by remixing? Let's see if I can show you an example. And by the way, one more before I take that phone away. When I hit back, you see where it's going to, the only thing I can do is, I'm going to keep adding. What I did is hit the back button at the top left, and then that brings that up. Whereas if you do that on Instagram, it will say save as draft. So the faster Facebook brings out save as draft, the better for all of us, because then at least we've got a little hack to be able to schedule, and you're in the middle of creating one, you get called away or distracted or whatever. So for now, I'm going to hit discard. So let me just see. I'm going to go here and yeah. Okay. I'm just going to pick a reel. I'm going to show you. Put my phone back up. I'm on the Reels tab, so all of these, fine. I'm just going to pick one here. Whatever. So we got some bison in the snow. And you'll see a lot of them. See how bottom right it says Instagram? A lot of reels I see on Facebook are absolutely from Instagram. The 3 dots. If I tap the 3 dots, see where it says remix this reel. So this person has enabled that, but like I say, you can have that disabled. But see where it says create a side-by-side version of this reel. So if I tap that, now what it's going to do is put this reel, if it works. So it looks like it's being buggy, but now you can see it's like a side-by-side. Now I could record my own self pointing, going, oh my gosh, have you ever been on a bike in snow and been stuck with a bunch of bison? I don't know why it's not loading, but see, this Facebook's just buggy. This Facebook being ornery, of course. So, but that's what remixing's meant. And it's the exact same on Instagram. You'll see people doing that. Some of the reels are someone's reel there and then another person. So it's very, very clear. This is somebody else's content, and here's me like making a commentary or whatever it is, making my own version or kind of thing. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a nifty little feature. Let's see, questions, comments, anything else I can show you in video? Oh, really, Diana? Yeah. Have you done some of that? Some people do some creative things. Yeah. No, Chuck. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, state remixing doesn't violate the owner's copyright. Well, it's funny you say that, Chuck, because when we agree to use Facebook and Instagram and anything Meta owns, and really pretty much anything online, is there are tremendous amount of small print that we really should all read. And so we are actually voluntarily giving Meta, and any attorneys here, you can get the wording right, but it's like a to infinity and beyond, irrevocable, whatever, license to use this content. Otherwise, and I always, the way I explain it is that if you did not agree to that, your content would sit there in a vacuum and nobody would see it. So you have to give over the permissions to let it be disseminated, to let it, be propagated and let it be shared. But remixing is, I like the way that they've done it because it's really clear. Hey, this is somebody else's content and here's me making the commentary. What I'm still a little bit confused about personally is how many folks just like quote scrape, and where a lot of the content you see is being posted from other owners, and then they just go, hopefully they put the credit in there, but sometimes they don't put credit in there. Now Corey, if you are using like, you're saying popular music, that's the thing. So one of the biggest things with both Instagram and Facebook rolling out both stories and reels in different countries, if there's any delays, it's always around negotiating the music rights. Okay, because these are existing songs. These aren't like just generic music. These are real artists, published, famous, whatever, so that they have a license, or their record company or whatever has given Meta a license to use those. So if we use any music that's either baked into the Reels product or the Stories product, or any of the music that's in video, which is more of the generic music, right? So like royalty-free music. Okay, so I hope that helps. You guys are hearing an audio in the background? That's random. Right? So like royalty-free music. Okay, so I hope that helps. Wow. Close some browsers. Oh. You know what? It's probably my phone. It's Facebook. Facebook is really, really insidious insofar as it dominates. Like if I'm listening to Pandora and I open up Facebook, the minute I open up Pandora, Facebook, it shuts off my Pandora. I took it off Facebook. Did it stop? I took it off Facebook. I think it was playing my reels, my live through my phone, but it should have stopped now. Thanks for letting me know. Hey, I always wanted to clone myself. Anyway, what else do we have here? Other questions or comments? Oh, thanks, Regina. Yeah, that's awesome. I look forward to hearing and seeing what you create. Oh, Chuck, that's awesome. You're an NVideo user. They are. Oh, by the way, that is one of the things that when I'm working with a company in a brand ambassador capacity, they have to have impeccable customer care. Great product. Obviously, that goes without saying, an amazing product, one that I use and love and can really represent proudly that's in alignment with my own brand, and that there is incredible customer service, which of course doesn't really count with Facebook, does it? Facebook's customer service is practically non-existent for a lot of people. I see they're doing a little bit better. If you're a creator, you can get the live chat. You can get live chat inside of Business Manager, and they've got some new. They got a lot of new reps are reaching out proactively. Oh, Regina, is that what it was? Yeah, I was talking about TikTok. Okay, great. So I really appreciate everybody tuning in. Anything else I can help you with, you let me know. I hope you'll take NVideo for a test drive and just stick with the real basics. Don't get too fancy and complicated unless you want to, because you can. As I mentioned, there's just an incredible amount of really beautiful, fancy, I don't want to call it fancy, but all the layers and just the really cool things that you can do inside of the app, and just getting as creative as you want. Trim video to fit scene, just one click and the whole thing's done. It's like I can put layers upon layers. There's a video within a video within a video. I didn't mean to do that. Somebody wearing glasses and a money counter. I just crapped something over here. But you can easily search for every kind of video under the sun, and get so creative and show off your artistic skills, or to use the content that you already own. So, hi Denise. Hey, lovely to see you. Oh, really? That you have an account? Yay! Right? Absolutely. I know, right? Okay, no excuse. I like that picture of you. I haven't seen you with red hair. That's cute. Yeah. Oh, you're so welcome, Gaia. It's great to see you again, and lovely to be with you. So yeah, go and check it out. I'll just pop that one more time into the comments because it seems like I don't know why I couldn't see my pinned comments on Facebook seem to vanish. So yeah, you're very welcome. Ciao. There you go, Jenny. I just popped it in again. So have fun making reels. I look forward to seeing them. You can always tag me or come into my social scoop group and let us see your creations. Oh, and by the way, another thing within video is that they have, I mentioned about the support. Let me just show you this before we wrap up. I know it's so fun hanging out with you. I don't want to go. Look at this, 30,000 members in the InVideo group. And they call it Video Marketing and Creation Hub. So you ever stuck for ideas, come on in here and just share some ideas with folks and whatever you want to do. You literally saw that when you've created a video, there's literally a little option, a little button when you've created a video to share it right into this group, which is really smart. So lots of cool things that you can do. All right, friends. So yeah. Oh yeah. Now I think that we had, well, your followers, I think you're meaning like who's viewed it or who's seen the video. You can't ever see who's seen it, but I know what you mean. And it's like the actual stats. By the way, did that extra sound go away? Hopefully the extra sound went away when I came out of Facebook. I'm going to show you. I've done a few reels on my, okay, yeah, let's do this. I'm going to show you on both of my royalty free music. Okay. So funny if I mute that. Oh, okay. There, I've muted it. I've muted it now, so it should hopefully. It wasn't unmuted before, but so from your profile, go to your profile, and I had it in the screenshot a little minute ago, but go to your reels, and you'll see I haven't done that many reels in my own personal profile, but you can see there are 4,300 plays, 1 millisecond plays, right? So that's where you're going to see stats, but I can see the likes, and for right now, it doesn't seem to be giving me much more in-depth stats than that, and not in a personal profile. But let's go to the page, and it's more tricky there because seriously boggles my brain how we're supposed to find these reels. So here's a reel, and the only way you know it's a reel on mobile, certainly on mobile, mobile, it literally says reels up in the top left. And if I tap into there, and it's like, okay, I'm not seeing anything on the reel itself, but you can go into insights. Okay. But then if I go on to desktop, it's really hard to see the reels views on desktop. So anyway, you're welcome. My pleasure, Gwen. Great to see you. Yeah. Thanks, Tazim. Take a look. Look forward to seeing what you all create. Have fun with it. Yeah. I was playing around with reels. Okay, just showing me the reach. Oh, you know what's fascinating? Watch this. Here, this was a reel. It's not saved on a very good screen freeze frame. I think that my camera is I'm just going to move it, unlock that seat and move my camera down. But you can see kind of like if I go like that right above my head, 0 3-second video views. This is classic Facebook, where they shove a product out so fast that it practically confuses the algorithm. The reason it's showing 0 3-second video views is because it's not counting as a video. It needs to be counted as a reel, and that's showing as the plays, the 1 millisecond plays, right? So between mobile and desktop, it's not quite syncing yet, which is just crazy, typical Facebook. So all right, so I'm going to let you go, friends. Absolutely any help whatsoever that you need, just let us know, and then reach out to InVideo and join their group and take advantage of that wonderful 30% deal that we have for you today. All right, friends. So we'll see you again real soon. And of course, you're welcome to come join my brand new community, which is called Mari Smith's Superstars. You might have heard about it already. Really, really excited about that. I will share more about that on another live coming up. But come join us. I'm just going to put their new community. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure, Diane. You're welcome. Oh, that's cool. I got two Dianes. Diane King here. And then I saw Diana. You're welcome. Margie, thanks for asking. So I'll put my deck, I'll update the description of this live. I'll update the description with a link, and then I will also put it as a comment. Okay, so you just come back to this one. I'll pop it right in here with the helpful flows and whatnot. All right, enjoy the rest of your day and your St. Patrick's Day, and all the luck of the Irish to you. Keep on having fun and enjoy making those reels. Ciao for now.